That is the latest from Niall. It is called Nice to Meet You. That is off his forthcoming album out very soon. Please welcome.
The great man joins us now. Niall.
Hello. I've been told by the producers of this show you're going to play it 4 times in the next half an hour. Isn't that right, guys?
You may have answered our first question because we make a lot of mistakes on this show, and our gorgeous producer Sonda here, we were quite surprised when she said, hey guys, we've got half an hour with Niall. Do we really?
Probably not.
I mean, it's very rare. We can take you for half an hour.
And if we did, I probably wouldn't have let it happen.
Also, feel free to make it performance-based. And any time when you get bored, you're free to leave.
Right, okay, cheers. Thanks very much.
How are you enjoying being back in Oz? It's been here a couple of days now.
Yeah. I've got some friends here. My cousins actually used to live in this area.
Oh, right.
Here in South Yarra. So I was here. I've been around here for a few days. I timed it perfectly. One of my mates that lives here just had a baby. He's been living here for about 5 or 6 years, and they had a baby like 4 days ago.
That feels like you've timed it terribly.
No, well, it did, yeah, because I didn't get to really have a drink with him, but I got to meet the baby.
Is it too early? Sometimes I get too enthusiastic with mates, and I'll like a day or two after, but I'm like, guys, I'm here to meet the baby, and they're
It's
just
like when you're in hospital and you've had the
wouldn't.
baby, and like these people you worked with 20 years ago. Well, that
Just
makes
turn up.
me sound very old, but 10 years ago, come in, you're like, well, I haven't seen you in 10 years. Now's not the time.
What are you doing here? I know, I'm actually friends with this person, so that's fine. But they had the baby. They were okay for me to come around to the house. It's all good. I brought some gifts. Did a bit of shopping. It's fun shopping for babies.
Yeah.
It is.
Because everything's cute, right?
Yeah, it is cute. Nothing. Yeah, you can't shop for adults like you can shop for babies.
No.
No, if you buy adults
get the size
onesies,
wrong and it's
or nappies. If you buy adults nappies, they don't tend to like it too much.
Weirdly enough.
Now you're wanting people to give us a call over the next half an hour that we have.
Yeah.
Feel free to dial
30
Niall.
minutes.
Yeah, 30. Hey, that's good. You've spent enough time here that you've really got it down.
Yeah, I like the Australian accent. I loved it. I don't like doing it though a lot because when people try to do an Irish accent, I get pissed with it. So
Good.
Oh no, we don't mind when we're so happy to have the attention that we don't mind when people try and do Australian
we're that far away
accents.
from everywhere else that we don't mind having the attention on us.
Can you do a New Zealand accent? Because Tommy's pretty good in New Zealand.
New Zealand, no, just kind of on everything.
I think yours is
New Zealand.
give it a
Din
bit
Carter.
Oh, I just have to go, oh no. And then it just goes up constantly.
I bet you they don't agree with that.
Yeah, they don't like it. I'm sure they don't. They feel much the same as you in the Irish accent. It gives them the shits a bit.
A shot's a butt.
A shits a bit. No, I don't want to jump straight into the hard-hitting stuff, but I do need
here
to
we go.
ask. I consider us both men of high fashion.
Yes.
And I noticed you
I
live
can
on stage. Thank you.
That's as dressed up as he gets.
I noticed you live on stage in Mexico, and you looked stunning. 65,000 people.
Thank you, sir.
You looked absolutely stunning, and I actually took note from your look, and I tried to replicate one certain aspect of this at an awards night on Thursday night, and I wore shoes with an exposed ankle and no sock, and I got blisters and needed to leave the
Guess
event
what,
and
mate?
change.
You know Mexico? Let me show you a little trick about Mexico.
Oh, what did you do?
What's happening
That's
now?
the blister from Mexico.
Still,
Hence the fact why I'm wearing socks right now.
is Mexico where you did your big hip thrust that went viral?
Oh, yeah, apparently my hip thrust went viral. I just got a bit excited about the fact that there was 65,000 people in front of me.
It was described
I don't know
as
if I'll be doing
the most
that
perfect
again.
one
Was it?
ever. Yes, apparently it was the way to hip thrust. I didn't realise there was other ways to hip thrust, but it was.
Yeah, come on.
I'm so jealous. I've done a hip thrust that ended up with something viral, but it wasn't quite the same as yours.
Leave it at home, Pat. Leave it at home.
Should we go to a song? 13
Yeah,
10
we've got 30
60.
minutes,
Call
so why
us
not?
if you want to dial with Niall. Your new song, Nice to Meet Ya.
Yep.
We figured that, some of the people on listening to this right now might want to meet ya. So they can call us 13 10
Right, let's
60.
do it.
I've never
We'll
heard
take
Carrie
your
say
calls.
meet ya like that before.
Meet ya.
Meet
Meet
ya.
ya.
It's quite an Aussie sounding
it is.
name
Nice
for us.
to meet ya.
Meet ya.
Yeah, nice to meet ya.
Right.
We'll do a song. We'll do a song.
Yeah, we'll
I'll just
play it.
compose one in the next
It'll be
couple of
great.
minutes and
Yeah.
we'll be back in a minute.
Great.
On 13 10 60, we've asked people if they'd like to dial a Niall. Sophie, you're through to the great man.
Hey Niall, nice to meet ya.
You're the first person that said that. First person.
Hey, Soph, do you have a question?
Yeah, will you sing at my wedding, Niall?
Yeah, 100%. Just send me the address into the show.
Yes.
100%. I'm all down. When are you getting married? In about 10 years?
No, March 2021.
Oh.
So you've got plenty of time to organise your tour around it. No worries.
Fair enough.
Have you done wedding gigs?
Have you met someone, Sophie, or are you just going to lock in Niall and then if we build it, they
No,
will come?
I am engaged.
Fair enough. Yeah, right. I'll be there.
Have you
March
done any
20.
wedding gigs before?
Never done a wedding
No.
actually. But I have written a song coming up soon that is quite the wedding song. So
Oh.
I'm going to take over.
So you can perform that when you're at Sophie's wedding.
Yeah, I'll send you my prices and we'll talk about it.
What a great opportunity to really send your career in reverse.
Yeah.
And we can start taking wedding bookings for you.
Wedding bookings.
Have you done any golf while you've been here? Because you love your golf, don't you?
No, I haven't. I usually play golf with, here when I'm here all the time, but this time I didn't bring it was too busy, so I didn't bring my golf clubs with me this
I
time.
think
but
there's
next-
like the President's Cup on. I don't know anything
it's
about
on,
golf.
It's on
but
next
apparently-
month, but
Yeah.
I won't be here for that.
No, good
But
chat.
you didn't bring your clubs. You can hire clubs. Or
Yeah, but I'm too particular.
Well, I was going to ask you what you do for fun because our producer Sonda thinks that not enough people get asked in interviews what they do for fun. She
What do you
thinks
do?
it's a great question. What do you
What
do
do you-
for fun?
What do you do for fun? Not much, but
yeah, that's why it's a horrible question.
Drinking and playing golf. That's about it, really.
It's a great answer.
Hey,
No, not really.
Talia, welcome to Dial with Niall. Do you have a question for Niall?
Hi, it's my birthday today. Would you sing happy birthday?
Oh, I'm going to do it in Spanish. Cumpleaños feliz, cumpleaños feliz, te deseamos todos cumpleaños feliz. Ozzy, Ozzy, Ozzy. That was my
How's
Spanish
that,
rendition.
Talia?
Right.
Amazing, thank you.
Even though
Jeez, Talia.
I cannot believe that you're shocked by that or taken aback by it. It was Spanish.
I know, but I'm just impressed. Did you just decide that you weren't yet desirable enough? You weren't the perfect man, so you wanted to add in just an extra little...
Yeah, but I sung it out of tune, so it makes me less desirable.
Are you still on the market?
I am, yeah.
You are? Oh.
Very much so, very much so. Did you hear that? Yeah.
Okay, our phones have gone into meltdown even more. Phoebe, Niall was on the market. Are you interested in having a crack?
Very much so.
Hello, Phoebe.
Hello. How are you, Niall?
I'm good. How you going?
Great.
Do you have
I
a
was
question
just
for Niall?
wondering, when are you planning on touring Australia?
Good question. I don't know as of now. I just had a meeting with my agent the other day. I'll definitely be here at some point next year. So
so
I'll be. I
excited.
don't know when I'm going to announce them, but I'll let you know. I'll get your
And
number.
do you think Lewis Capaldi will be touring with you? By any
I don't
chance?
know. He'll probably be on his own tour by then. And he's only coming. He's coming here in January anyway, so you'd be sick of him. So it'll be time for me to come back on my own.
Lewis Capaldi, he seems like from the outside, very funny, man.
You don't really need to play his music, Buzz. Everybody knows.
Huge. What jam though?
Buzzy's a huge fan too.
Yeah, I love
is
him.
Is he as funny as he seems on the outside?
Oh, he's exactly what you see is what you get with Lewis. He's the funniest guy I've ever met. He's just everything that comes out of his mouth is just hilarious. He's a great lad.
Is it fair to say that his voice looks like it doesn't come out of his head?
Yeah, he would say. To be fair, he would say that himself. When I heard his voice, the first time I seen him. First time I heard of him, I could see him as well. It was a video on YouTube, so it made sense.
Right.
But
Well, because the first time I saw him on stage, I'm like, who's this dude doing a Lewis Capaldi cover?
he's a great guy, though. He's a super lad, and we were just looking for. We always wanted to do some shows together, so we were trying to find time. Wanted to tour the States together, so we were trying to find time, and he found this 4-week period in April and May, and two of us are going to go on tour around North America. It'd be a great laugh.
How
good.
different is it touring with a group, like obviously what you did for many years, and touring on your own?
Obviously, there's less people around.
Yeah.
But I guess it's different. It's so different because everything that we did in the band was just frenzy.
Yeah, right.
Everything everywhere we went, there was thousands outside hotels, and the gigs were massive and all that. So it's kind of nice to kind of scale everything back.
We
and-
can organise thousands for you if you're
can you?
missing it.
Rentacrowd.com.au.
That's what Donald Trump does. I'm sure we could find some.
No, he doesn't.
You've gone from thousands outside the hotels to now you're sitting in a cupboard and agreeing to do wedding gigs.
Yeah. Oh, sign me up.
I was reading, I don't know if this is true, that you pre-Christmas get all your old mates from school together and do a bit of a pub crawl. Is that right?
Oh,
in
yeah.
your hometown?
Our hometown's got 16,000 people in it. and yeah, it's tiny. But there's 26 pubs in 1 mile. And we just kind of, everyone gets together because we've got people from all over the world. Like I said, I've got mates here. So most years the boys will get home. And then we've got people living all over Europe and the UK and stuff. And everyone kind of comes home for Christmas because it's like a sin in Ireland if your mother kicked the head off you. So everyone comes home and then we meet up in the same pub and kind of do the little rounds of the town. But we don't make it very far because we just get.
And you play games and stuff?
Yeah, there used to be like it's kind of died a death. It was more when we were younger. You would like pick a teammate and then like have a pint in one place, and whoever drank it last had to tie themselves to their mate and walk backwards to the next pub, and that could be 10 pubs deep. So it could take you an hour to get from one door to the next.
Do you ever look back on the drinking games? We used to play one. It was called 40 ounces of pain, but we didn't have the proper. But we just tie long necks. We'd gaffer tape them to our hands, and you couldn't take them off until they were both finished.
Which is a disgrace, really, isn't
Well,
it?
we just end up pissing our pants.
That's disgraceful.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I forgot we're on
Why do
radio.
you have to bring it down? Niall didn't.
Forever, Tommy always bringing the tone down, huh?
Yeah, he does.
Carrie, honestly, thank God you're here.
Oh, God.
This show would be on its
Seriously.
knees.
Carrie does the same game, and she's got 3 kids. It's actually way too late.
Hey, Talia, did you want to say something to Niall?
Yes. Hi, Niall. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
I just wanted to know what your favourite Aussie snack was.
My favourite Aussie snack? I love a Tim Tam. Gotta say. It's like we have penguins back at home, but there's
What's a penguin?
A penguin's basically a really terrible Tim Tam.
Right.
Is it?
It looks the same. The only good thing about a penguin is if you lift up the wrapper, it's got like a joke. So it's like, I'll give you the joke about something about ice and penguins and snowmen and stuff, and then it'll have the answer underneath, and that's the best part about a penguin. Tim Tams are just the shit.
I really want a penguin now.
Yeah,
I know you just said they weren't good, but I want a penguin.
No, you want one for the joke, but Tim Tams are much better.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you a Vegemite convert? I know it's a cliche.
No.
Question. Okay.
No,
I'm
good.
sorry.
Next question.
We are going to let you go, but you do.
No,
need
we're going to do one more. We're going to do a game.
No, can you stick around for just another?
It's 45 minutes. Yeah, good 6 months.